Good evening, Tarot fans, and welcome to Tarot Thursday. I'm your host, Reverend Mary Hawk, and unfortunately, Reverend Bryan could not join us this evening. So, I am here to take your tarot questions. If you have a question for me, just go ahead and post it in the chat, and I will do a 3-card, more or less, reading for you. Hope everyone is having a good evening. Or if you don't have a question, post what you're going to be doing for Mabon because that's coming up. So, what have you got plans for? I know my temple is meeting for our Mabon ritual on Saturday. And I hope everyone's starting to enjoy some fall weather here. And I do want to go ahead and mention that you can join me now daily for a tarot reading. I am posting those Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern on Divination TV on Facebook and YouTube. But of course, you can go back and view those at later in the day, whenever that works for you. So, and as I mentioned, Reverend Bryan is not going to be able to join us this evening. So, go ahead and post your questions in the chat, and I'll be happy to do a 3-card reading for you. And I do want to mention that we will be doing our virtual Mabon Ostara ritual on Divination TV and Corellian TV on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you can't see it live, it will be available for viewing later, but please join us. And, do go ahead, post your questions, or just say hi. Hope everyone is enjoying the cooler weather we are having. I'm certainly enjoying it here. Not nearly as sizzling hot here in beautiful Tennessee. I haven't felt like I was going to sweat to death in the last 2 weeks. And hello to Reverend Michael. Good to see you. And Anissa says, did I leave my laundry pods in my foyer? I swear I saw them 2 days ago. Okay, well, I guess we can do a quick reading for where are Anissa's laundry pods. Just a moment here. Hope you're having a good evening, Anissa. So where are Anissa's laundry pods? And let's see here. Actually, I'm going to try a different way of reading for that, Anissa. I'm going to shuffle again, and we're going to say, are your laundry pods in your foyer? Actually, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And if the card comes up upright, they are. If it comes up reversed, they aren't. Well, I got the Hierophant reversed, so they're not in your foyer. Now, I will add, if you suffer from things disappearing a lot, from my personal experience, I would suggest you leave out shiny objects for the Fae, because that's what I find when I have objects that start disappearing is I add a couple of more coins, crystals, or other shiny objects to the bowl I have for the Fae and ask them to please bring me back my things. And that usually works because I've been attracting the Fae since I was a small child. So I hope that helps you, Anissa. And does anybody else have a question for me this evening? Okay. I'll also share that I have started working on a book on tarot. So more of that coming soon. I'm just barely getting started on that, but I'm hoping to have some information up on that on my website soon, and we will go ahead and bring that up. So divinationtv.com is our website. And also, if you are interested in booking a private reading with me or Reverend Bryan, you can do so there. And we will have some information up on my forthcoming book shortly. And if anyone has a question, please go ahead and post it. And Anissa says, thanks, but the Fae can't help those of us who are massively disorganized, face purple, crying. Well, there is that, Anissa. I'm not sure what to tell you. Michael says, I have one question like Anissa. I am missing two pagan statues. Can you help? And Anissa says, Mary, meet Reverend Michael. All right. Michael. Ah. Well, it's kind of hard to do lost and found with tarot. Let's see here. How can we ask the tarot how to help Michael with his locating his statues? And maybe we'll come up with another way to help Anissa. All right, what does Michael need to do to find his missing statues? Let's try that as a question. Well, the first card I've got for you is Michael. For you, Michael is the Queen of Lamps, which says you need to use the resources at your disposal. Then I've got the Prince of Swords, which usually means be a little selfish. And then finally, I've got Death and Transformation. So, I'm tending to say this might be look around your house and maybe be more organized. So, if we got any more questions for the evening, or have we got a different kind of question from Michael or Anissa? Other than how to locate things. You are welcome, Michael. Excuse me. Still pollen season here. Hey, Fluffy, how are you? How's Baxter and Joe? Thank you, Michael. And have you got a question for me tonight, Fluffy? And so I've got a question for anyone in the chat room. What's your favorite method of attuning with tarot cards? Fluffy says they are both good. Joe wants to know why Baxter gets the top billing. Can I get a general? Well, I'm sorry, Joe. I don't mean to hurt your feelings. Hmm. I've known Baxter longer than I've known you, but I can see why that might have hurt Joe's feelings. And yes, you can have a general reading, Fluffy. Just a moment here. All righty. So, we've got 3 swords here, Fluffy. First of all, we've got the 7 of Swords. So, with your current situation, you are looking at kind of an uphill battle. You're going to have to struggle to get what you want, but it's doable. Plan carefully. And of course, since swords are the suit of air and communication, be sure you're communicating carefully. Next card is the Nine of Swords, sometimes called the ghastly nightmare. But it can only hurt you if you fall out of bed trying to get away from it. So remember that and turn around and face it. You're going to have to deal with it. And finally, we've got the King of Swords, which indicates victory through well-laid plans. So you can I shouldn't have looked at your answer to my comment yet. You can achieve what you want in your current situation by planning carefully. And now I'm going to say that Fluffy says Joe is laughing hysterically. Thank you for that. And I will add that Baxter, if you follow Fluffy on Facebook, Baxter is a wolf, a stuffed wolf, who appears with Fluffy a lot. But he's had Baxter a lot longer than he's had his fiancee Joe. So, and Fluffy says, "Sigh, swords. That particular ordeal is me learning sales. I got a sales coach." Well, good for you. Listen to the sales coach. Also, Baxter says, "Woof." Well, woof right back at you, Baxter. Yeah, I get instant messages from Baxter, because Fluffy's my bro. And yeah, what can I say? Alrighty. Well, good luck to you in learning sales because you got great talent, Fluffy. You just have to learn how to push it out there. So, has anyone else got a question? Also, Baxter tends to pose near cups of coffee and tea, so y'all know. Ray says time for autumn, and hello. Hello to you, and I agree with you completely. It is definitely time for autumn in the northern hemisphere. I am done with summer. I am done with sweating. Of course. Fluffy says, "Yep, once I learn sales, I'll be a better cult leader." Absolutely. Of course you will. And Ray asked, "How will the fall weather be for the States, please?" All right. Well, let's see what the cards say about the weather. Bearing in mind that that's always subject to change, everyone, but let's see. Well, the first card I got is the Five of Swords. So the first thing you asked me about the weather, I see this, and the first thing I thought was dumpster fire, just to be honest. Okay, bye, Fluffy. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for popping in. Five of Swords does refer to a conflict that needs to be resolved. Then I've got the High Priestess, which says, be aware of your intuition and pay attention to those messages. And then I got the Seven of Lamps, which is about releasing the past. I'm going to pull one more on the weather. And I got the Sun. Now, the Sun means good fortune, but is that what we really want in the fall? Overall, it's a fortunate card, though, so I'm going to go with it means maybe since we're looking at fall starting this weekend, it's going to be warm for a bit, but then we will have good weather in the fall in the States. So, we can hope for that. And welcome to everyone joining us. Hey, Darcy. A reading for your work situation. And are you going to be able to fix where you are? Alrighty, just a moment, please. Let me get the card shuffled here. You are welcome, Ray. All right. So the first card I've got is the Six of Cups. This is talking about an old someone you've known from the past coming back into your life. This could be a friend, it could be an old coworker. We've got the Two of Lamps. This means you're being called to use your talents in the service of your community. We have the Stars, and this is being called a call to your spirituality. This looks like someone who's doing a form of meditation. So let's pull another card. We're probably going to pull another one. Heart means you're emotionally involved in the situation. So you deeply care about the outcome. Yeah, we're going a ways here. The Nine of Wands means you're feeling like the situation is stuck and not moving. But then we got the Six of Wands, and this means that you're going to find victory in the situation. So it's not going to move immediately. There's more work to be done. But you are going to be able to make progress with it and bring it to a successful outcome. So, and let me get caught back up with chat. And Michael says, I started looking in an area that I've not looked in for a while, but I found many items that I have forgotten about, crystal stones and other items. Ray says, we have had enough storms, I think, at least for this year. And Darcy says, spot on for a lot of things. Thank you, Mary. Well, you are very welcome. So at this point, we are going to pause for a moment for a word from our sponsors. Just a moment while we pull that up here. And that was our sponsor, Equinox Learning Hub. They are a pagan homeschooling company. And now our other sponsor.
Ready to unlock the secrets of the universe? Join me, Reverend Don Lewis, for my metaphysical and magic auctions at Gaia Thrift at whatnot.com. Discover fascinating artifacts, mystical crystals, and rare and unusual books that could change your life. Don't miss this chance to bring a little magic into your world. Reverend Don's Metaphysical and Magic Auctions, where the extraordinary can become yours.
All right, and do check out Reverend Don's auctions. I have found some very interesting things. All right, so does anyone else have a question? And Darcy, you are very, very welcome. I'm glad that helped. And I did ask a couple of minutes, well, more than a couple of minutes ago, if anyone wanted to share a favorite way of attuning with tarot cards. I like to meditate on them. Some people will draw them. Hey, Renee, good to see you. Yes, I can certainly do a general reading for you. Hope you are doing well today. Getting them shuffled up here. All right, so the first card I've got for you is Justice. And with the Justice card, what this means, and I'm sorry it's been a rough day, Renee. This carries the idea that something you have been working on for some time is coming to fruition. So you're going to receive the fruits of your labor. And then we've got the Seven of Swords, which indicates it's been a bit of an uphill battle. And with swords, they're around communication. So be sure you're communicating clearly. And we've got the uh, Nine of Swords, the Ghastly Nightmare card. And with the Nine of Swords is also the idea that it can only hurt you if you fall out of bed trying to get away from it. And both of those cards came up earlier, and I have been shuffling. So, whatever it is you're afraid of, you're going to have to deal with it. But if you face it, it won't be as bad as you think you are. And Calm Kitty, thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. Renee, I hope that is helpful. So one of the best ways I found to learn tarot is to do a daily 3 or 5 card reading and meditate on the cards and then keep an eye on them. Hey, Calm Kitty. Well, our topic, this is Tarot Thursday, where I do 3 card, more or less, readings for whatever questions people post. So if you have a question you'd like for me to read for you, go ahead and post it. And I'm glad that was helpful for you, Renee. You are most welcome, Renee. And just let me check back here. I don't think we've missed anyone. No, we are all caught up at this point. Okay, I only read on personal questions, Calm Kitty. So not things like will Sebastian Rogers be found? So if you've got a personal question, I'll be happy to read on that for you. But if you got something else, I'll be happy to read on that. And that is very, very sad because I live in Tennessee. In fact, I live very close to where he disappeared from in Hendersonville. I don't live in Hendersonville, but I live close to it. And that is sad that he just vanished like that. So, and does anyone else have a question? Or what's everyone doing for Mabon? Go ahead and post that in chat if you want to talk about it. And I will mention again that we are going to do the virtual Mabon ritual Sunday night at 8 Central, 9 Eastern, on Divination TV and Corellian TV. And if you can't join us at that time, check back later on because you will be able to watch it then. And also check daily for my daily tarot reading on Divination TV. I'm posting it at 7 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Eastern. And again, if you can't check then when it goes live, check when you're able to. That's just when works with my schedule. Yes, I do, Calm Kitty. I do this every Thursday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. And I go for about an hour or as long as I go from 9 Central to no later than 10 Central, or as long as there's interest. Since we're not getting too many questions right now, we might go ahead and wrap up in a couple of minutes if nobody else posts another question. So, going once, going twice. Alrighty, since we're not getting any more questions right now, I will go ahead and wrap up for the evening. Want to thank you all for joining me. Please join me again next Thursday night for another edition of Tarot Thursday. And until then, have a great week and blessed be.